Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a combo deck in Timeless format. Now this is going to be a Breach Storm deck that is going to be using Tendrils of Agony to finish your opponent off. Now this is a list that originally came from Thopter, and Greenwire has been insisting me on trying this deck out. So here we are with brand new combo deck in Timeless. So the combo is going to go like this. You put the Underworld Breach onto the battlefield. This will basically let you play any card from the graveyard as long as you can exile 3 cards from the graveyard. And what you do is you play the Stitcher Supplier onto the battlefield from the graveyard by exiling 3 cards. But as soon as you get the Stitcher Supplier down onto the battlefield, this will also put 3 cards into the graveyard. So that is going to be net neutral amount of cards in the graveyard. And then what you can do is you would need to have enough cards in the graveyard so you can also gain some mana with Dark Ritual before we combo off. And then you can either use one of our tutors. We have 1 copy of Demonic Tutor and 3 copies of Diabolic Intent. If you do use the Diabolic Intent, you can sacrifice a Stitcher Supplier that you just played, which would also put 3 cards into the graveyard. Then you can fetch a card called Altar of Dementia from the deck to your hand, but since Dark Ritual is still going to be in your graveyard, you can gain additional mana to be able to cast this card onto the battlefield. And now the combo has been completely set up. You can keep generating mana with the Dark Ritual and then playing the Stitcher Supplier so that you can keep filling your graveyard and sacrificing the Stitcher Supplier using the Altar of Dementia. And with Altar of Dementia, now you're going to start seeing some actual cards in the graveyard, since now you do have net positive cards going into the graveyard from your deck. And now for the finishing touch, you're going to be able to Demonic Tutor or Diabolic Intent to grab a copy of Tendrils of Agony in your deck if it wasn't already milled yet, and finish your opponent off for a lot of damage. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some Timeless Best of 1 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, first try with this deck. I'm not even sure like what kind of hand I want to keep. Like, is this a fine keep? I don't know. I think it isn't, but we'll see. We'll try. Oh, can I stop? Okay, never mind. I can't stop anymore. I wanted to look at my next card for Mishra's Bauble before I want to crack, but it worked out. Tiefling. Okay. Whenever a creature with double team attacks. I mean, we just need to kill this. I don't know what they could do with this. I'm just gonna kill it now. Is this another Orcish Bowmaster? I think it is. The opponent didn't block. I'm guessing this is Winota. Yeah, it's probably like Winota. Oh no, we don't have a second red source. This is bad. This is real bad. Okay, we're gonna have the Dark Ritual, bring the Loris back. And then pass. Pass for Winota turn. Four mana. A little bit of a misplay at the start, but hopefully this works out. They're drawing a land. I'm not sure if that deck plays like a haste creature. I hope not. Okay, that is a haste creature. We'll block the Ragavan. Take 8 damage. I'm just thinking here. Because I might need to use the Phyrexian Tower, right? The thing is, there's really not much in the graveyard for this Underworld Breach. And because we don't have additional red sources... Yeah, it's a bit tough. Okay, speaking of additional red sources... maybe we need to go off here. Yeah, I think we need to go off here. So we're gonna play the Breach and then put the Stitcher Supplier in the graveyard. And then we're going to get a Blood Crypt and Shock. Then we're going to Dark Ritual some of these lands away. Put the Lightning Bolt there. Going to play the Stitcher Supplier. Lightning Bolt, Mishra's Bauble. And then we're going to sacrifice the Stitcher Supplier. Get 2 mana. Play the Stitcher Supplier. And then we're going to Diabolic Intent. For a Altar of Dementia. Play the Dark Ritual. And then play the Altar. Play another Dark Ritual. This combo's taking a little bit while. Orcish Bowmaster, Dark Ritual, another Stitcher. Mill ourselves. Is that a Tendrils that I see? I think we won. Pretty close game. Pretty close game. And then we're going to hit them with the Tendrils. If I can find it. And there we go. Wow. Okay, broken deck confirmed. Okay, we see a Ragavan. You know, Dark Ritual is actually not even bad for a card in your starting hand because technically Loris is a free card, so it kind of replaces itself. You know, like if you think about it like that, it's just kind of insane. I keep doing this. I should have Mishra's Baubled. I'll do it next turn. I will do it next turn. So we need a black source, right? Then a Thoughtseize. Wow, a Stone Rain deck. And a Geological Appraiser. Am I gonna die if they... Geological Appraiser? Let's get the Loris back into our hand. So they have another Lightning Bolt, unfortunately. That is unfortunately the case. So how much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5? Taking a lot of damage here. I guess best thing to do is just Loris and then Ragavan. Okay, we stole their Ragavan. Pretty nice. So, although this turn our Loris is going to die, but we do have our little Ragavan here. So I don't know what this is. Is this actually a combo deck? It's not, right? Because if they have a Geological Appraiser... I mean, the fact that they have like 1, 2, 3 drops, it's not going to be a combo deck with Appraiser. Ooh, they actually found another Lightning Bolt. Pretty value for them. What to do? I could Demonic Tutor for a red land, or I could just Orcish Bowmaster. I think that's the best course of action. Since they could have another Stone Rain like this. We'll Orcish Bowmaster this turn. Wow, they are actually extremely lucky at drawing all 3 copies of Stone Rain, aren't they? Diabolic Intent on what? I think we just chill with the Lightning Bolt. Stop blowing up my lands. Leave them alone. What did they ever do to you? What did they ever do to you? Love to see it. Let's actually play the bauble right. Diabolic Intent with Orcish Bowmaster. Do I want that? I think we do. Okay, mono black. Swamp. So let's do that again. A Fatal Push? I don't think we need another Fatal Push. So I'm gonna shuffle that away. Okay. Drowned Catacombs. I think I will Orcish Bowmaster because I do want to Diabolic Intent. I mean, do I? Do I? I feel like if they're... I think I should wait just... Yeah, let's just wait. No reason to Orcish Bowmaster unless they Orcish Bowmaster themselves. Now that is a good Diabolic Intent target. Okay, those are all important cards. We might see an Orcish Bowmaster here. There we go. What? I'm confused. So no Brainstorm from opponent's side. Tendrils of Agony. Okay, well, let's Diabolic Intent. I'm kind of surprised that actually stuck. And we'll pass a turn. I could also grab a Loris back into our hand. I'm actually kind of surprised it's stuck. So I'm guessing it's Snapcaster Mage. We'll just pass. Dark Slick Shore. Looks like they have potentially an Orcish Bowmaster, maybe? A Demonic Tutor. What is the best card to grab? Maybe another Dark Ritual or another Orcish Bowmaster. I think I'm actually going to grab an Orcish Bowmaster here. Or I could grab a Thoughtseize as well. Maybe a Thoughtseize is actually better. How many cards in the graveyard? 13? This will be 14. Let's grab a Thoughtseize. We'll Thoughtseize our opponent. Make disappear. So that's what they were holding on to. I think dealing damage to them doesn't matter right now. Just gonna hold back in case there's like another Orcish Bowmaster. I'm gonna block. See if they have another Orcish Bowmaster. Okay, so they're not tapping out. Opponent's not tapping out. I'll bring the Loris back into our hand. And we'll pass. I mean, we did get a counterspell out, so... I don't know what these are. It could just be, like, a bolt as well. Actually, opponent's playing Demir, so... Could be like Archmage Charm, things like that. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Okay, so it was. I mean, there's a lot of cards to get out here. Mm-hmm. 16 cards? I think this one's a pretty safe one to crack. I don't think they're going to tap out by playing Tishana here. I'd be surprised if they did. Ooh. No make disappear. Okay, so Dark Ritual. Play the Breach. We're going to Dark Ritual again. We're going to Dark Ritual again. Let's just do it again. We don't need another Breach. But that's 8 mana, so we can do this Tendril of Agony twice. Wow, we actually won this one. If they, I mean, they didn't know our deck, right? So, you know, we did have some advantage there. That was a pretty crazy game. Fighting through a bunch of counter spells on Tishana's Tidebinder. I don't know if this is keepable. Even with Mishra's Bubble and Fetch. I mean, I could Mishra's Bubble Fetch. Dark Ritual. Grab a Loris and then play Loris and Mishra's Bubble again. And maybe it is not that bad. Okay, third Dark Ritual. Not very good. Lightning Bolt? Do I want that? I think I kinda do. Sultai? Yeah, the third, Diabolic Intent, might be a nail in the coffin here. Wishclaw Talisman? Uh-oh. That's not good. This is Tainted Pact. Yeah, this is Tainted Pact. I don't think we can actually get through this one because we weren't able to put any pressure early. Right? So if they have a counter spell, they just win the game here. Unfortunate. Or just grab another Thoughtseize. That could also work as well. The problem is they have another Wishclaw Talisman, right? But this deck kind of needs like 2 of them. They have to have either a Thassa's Oracle or Tainted Pact in their hand for them to Wishclaw Talisman and then win the game because they need the other piece. Considering this deck probably doesn't run any creatures, I'm just going to Lightning Bolt face so that I can fill the graveyard. Ragavan. They have a Fatal Push though. I think I just need to play the Loris out. Is that really the card they grabbed, or did they top deck that? What do we need to win this game here? We need a Stitcher Supplier, don't we? I mean, Breach, we got it covered. 8 cards in the graveyard. Maybe it is Stitcher. 9 cards in the graveyard. I should have done it on their upkeep, by the way. That was terrible. Because they're just going to dig through time. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Orcish Bowmaster. Okay, Thoughtseize was pretty good, but we do have a lot of redundancy here. Did not take the Breach. Ooh, that could be game. So we need 1 more land. Right? We need a Stitcher Supplier into Diabolic Intent and then Thoughtseize. Did not get there. Could I try to win the game? try to win the game. Wasn't able to. Yeah, it looks like they got it. GG's. If I had another land, I would have went for a Thoughtseize plan, but they had a memory lapse in their hand anyways. Oh wow, this hand looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. First time I'm keeping a hand where I'm just like, okay, that's literally everything I'm just kind of happy with. In case it's like a land destruction. Goblins. Okay. That is interesting. Is it Altar of Dementia or Orcish Bowmaster? I think I'm gonna go with Altar. Okay. A little bit scary against the Goblin deck. Renko. Yeah, opponent actually just got blown out so hard. That was insane. I'm a bit scared though, so I'm gonna leave Orcish Bowmaster back. Matron. Ragavan is a monkey, not a goblin. What should I do? What do I need right now? I need a dark ritual, right? I do need a dark ritual, but there's no graveyard, so I feel like it's actually just better to go Stitcher Supplier. Please don't kill me, please. Please don't kill me. Oh no. Please do not kill me. Oh god, I think we're dead. We are alive. Okay, currently we have 4 mana. If we breach, I need a creature to Diabolic Intent. Oh no. There's no guarantee we're gonna be drawing a land anyways. Can I go to 1? I think I'm gonna block. Hoping that we get a Dark Ritual. Oh my god, we got a Dark Ritual. I think we won. Yeah, we won. my god. Oh man, that was a butt clencher. Wow. That was insane. If they pulled one more goblin, I would have died. Right? Insane. Okay, let's not make this mistake. So we just want to just kind of mill ourselves until we get Tendrils of Agony, or we could even tutor for Tendrils here as well. But the safest thing to do is just Stitch your Supplier. Oh, there you go, Tendrils. Okay, whatever you do, do not click the Tendrils. Do not click the Tendrils. Okay, we got them. Frickin' goblins, man. Actually, one of the more scarier decks to face because of Muxus. Muxus being, you know, kind of like a gambling machine. I'd rather fight a traditional aggro deck. Looks good. Man, Orcish Bowmaster is so good with Diabolic Intent. Okay, goodbye. Well, I don't know what you grab. Breach. I guess you go. I guess you grab a breach. Say what? How did they know I was gonna get another breach? How did they do that? In response, I will play my Orcish Bowmaster. And in response, I will... Should I shock myself? I'll shock myself. Kill the Orcish Bowmaster. And probably in response, they will also kill my Orcish Bowmaster. Using their Orcish Bowmaster. Look what's happening in this format. I feel like they should have waited, right? They should have attacked first. Since they have another Bowmaster. So I could Loris back. I think I should just Loris back, right? Yeah, let's just Loris back. So the card in their hand is One Ring. Is the play here Dark Ritual, Loris, Orcish Bowmaster? I think it is. So they just drew that. Well, it's looking pretty good if that is the One Ring. And yes, it is. It is the One Ring. I could intent for an altar. Maybe just Stitcher Supplier, since I have Breach. I'll leave up Fatal Push. Wow. Kinda lucky. That's their top deck. I'll Fatal Push. I want to use the Diabolic Intent on the Stitcher Supplier. So let's start comboing. Let's start comboing. Boop, boop, boop. So we start with Dark Ritual. I'm gonna Diabolic Intent. And I'm going to grab an altar. And then we're going to Dark Ritual again. I'll just get rid of these Mishra's Bauble, or Fatal Push actually. And I will play the altar. I'll play the Dark Ritual. Exile these. And play the Stitcher Supplier. And we're just going to fill up our graveyard once more. Boop, boop, boop. At this point, I think I just want to Thoughtseize them. Yeah, I think I just want to Thoughtseize them here. Because I don't know what this is. Okay, it's a Fatal Push. So this game is over here. Tendrils already at 10. We know they have no way to gain life. So that is GG's. Very, very consistent combo deck, isn't it? The only time we lost was to a faster combo deck, Tainted Pact. But we also kept a very, very bad hand. Because I was inexperienced. Okay, so we won most of the games. So as you can see, I'm having a lot of success with this deck. We have Greenwire, who's also doing very, very well with this deck, in top 10 at the moment. So this deck is pretty insane. It's just that it's pretty difficult to play until you get used to it. I mean, with any combo decks, starting out, it's going to be pretty hard. There's definitely a learning curve, and I have definitely experienced that as well. As for me, this was also my first time playing this combo deck, so I did have some losses due to some inexperience. But as I got used to it, the sequence I'm comboing and some of the lines that I can see becomes more clearer and clearer. And yeah, the deck is pretty insane. I will say though, if you're gonna play this in best of 3, there is a sideboard here prepared. I kind of recommend maybe like one more copy of Tendrils of Agony and go down on a copy of Diabolic Intent, because if they somehow get rid of your only Tendrils of Agony, you might just lose the game that way. So I recommend this for best of 3, but in best of 1, this is probably fine. I have won a lot of the games with Alter, but I don't think Alter is the end-all be-all. Like, it's not necessary to win the game, but it makes it a lot more streamlined. Because as soon as you get Stitcher Supplier down, you Diabolic Intent. So that's 6 cards fueling the graveyard, and you just exile 6 cards to play these 2 cards. And then you have to have another 3 cards to cast Dark Ritual, and then cast Altar of Dementia that you got with the Diabolic Intent, and then you'll have infinite supply of cards. So you do need some cards in the graveyard. So I'm not really sure if this deck will work in best of 3, because a singular Leyline of the Void can kind of stop this combo. So we do play 2 copies of Feed the Swarm in the sideboard as a result. And the other ways to get rid of the graveyard hate, usually they're gonna be like 1 mana cards. So you play 2 copies of Molten Collapse, which is very versatile card that can get rid of 1 mana graveyard hates, or even get rid of planeswalkers and creatures. However, one thing I will say about this sideboard, this is not my sideboard. I do feel like there needs to be a way to answer a hearse. So if you look at all the cards that exile graveyard, Soulguide Lantern is the card that you probably see the most. I think Relic of Progenitus is very good in this format compared to something like Historic, just because cards are filling the graveyard every single turn very fast. Having a Relic of Progenitus kind of slows down the treasure cruise, things like treasure cruise and stuff like that. So I feel like more people should be playing this. But the other card that kind of does a similar job for 1 more cost is Unlicensed Hearse. So to answer an Unlicensed Hearse, which is going to be devastating for this deck, we actually don't have a way to answer that in the sideboard. So I feel like something like Cast into Fire is going to be very relevant for this deck. It also answers Orcish Bowmaster, which makes our Mishra's Bauble bad. This also answers the One Ring and the Hearse. So I feel like this card is very good. And if you've also paired this up with Tormod's Crypt, you could also kill the Dragon Rage Channelers as well. Same with Ragavan. So I think Cast into Fire is incredible. Maybe not Molten Impact. Defense Grid is cute, but I feel like if you can kind of sequence Dark Rituals, multiple Breaches, or Loris together, I feel like you probably don't need a Defense Grid. So maybe something like that. And again, because of Dark Ritual, it's actually very hard for control decks to counter this combo. Because if you start with like multiple Dark Rituals, then you have so much mana. If they counter like first Breach or the second Breach, what about the third Breach or the Loris? And having like 4 tutor effects here, Diabolic Intent, very good with Orcish Bowmaster. So having 4 copies of tutor effects and Thoughtseizes, being able to grab Thoughtseizes to get through some of the counter spells, which you've seen in one of my games, makes this deck pretty insane for setting up combos. Unironically, sometimes the Diabolic Intent is a lot better than Demonic Tutor, because Diabolic Intent requires you to sacrifice, and we actually do want to sacrifice in our deck because of the Stitcher Supplier. Besides that, you might not even need Stitcher Supplier, Altar of Dementia, because you could also have Dragon Rage Channeler. Multiple Dragon Rage Channeler could also win you the game by Dark Ritualing multiple times and then Tendrils Agony. Usually in this format, opponent's not going to be like incredibly healthy because of the fetch lands, right? So if you see that opponent's at 14, you only need to play 6 cards before Tendrils of Agony, which is not going to be like too crazy, right? With this combo here, Dragon Rage Channeler and Mishra's Bauble cracking multiple times and like 1 copy of Dark Ritual, that might still get you there with the Breach. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Probably no video tomorrow, but I'll be back with more timeless content in this channel. So if you liked the video today, hope you guys stick around, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.